from Sailor Pluto, Tessa here. And today I'm going to talk about this one thing that, that I think that needs to be talked about. Alright, so the thing that I'm going to talk about here is that, alright, so you're going to have folks out there, and I already talked about this before, but hey, it's my YouTube fairway, so I'm going to talk about it again. So you're going to have folks out there who believe that, I don't know, that you have to have your films cleaned and shifted in some way. And that has never been, and that's something that we don't do. It's too hard to do, too much time, and the tools are too hard to work. But yes, there are folks in this world who have skilled all that, and good for them. Now, keep in mind the one thing I don't want to get into, and that'd be a long film, is why these tools are too hard to work with. So sad for that. So you have haters who would say things like, or at least they would say things to me that would say, oh well, shifting is your friend. Well, if shifting or film shifter was my friend, this friend would have some strengths and weaknesses like any friend out there. First off, the weakness to all these tools has to be in the cutting out. And now you see, I've worked with the Microsoft Filmmaker. Who hasn't? Anyone who's had Windows knows that every Windows has come with some kind of offshoot of Microsoft Windows Filmmaker or SmallSoft Filmmaker. So, and we all know, and I have known the weaknesses of this tool is when you want to cut things out. So don't tell me how good a friend it would be, because this friend would be like, I could make your films brighter and darker. I could put a beginning, middle, and end sheet to your film. Oh, I could do this. Do some outstanding drawings. But at the end of the day, oh, I can't cut your stuff out. Or if I do, it's going to be a hit and miss. So a friend that had some strengths and weaknesses. And then there was also the ArcSoft stuff, way back when we had the HP Web Shooter. And there were two offshooted programs, tools. One was called ArcSoft Web Shooter Friend. The other one was called ArcSoft Film for Layer. And both of them had the same weakness when it came to cutting things out. ArcSoft be like, I could make your films brighter, make it darker, put some outstanding drawings, give you beginning, middle, and end sheet to your film. You want me to cut things out, you're asking too much. And that also, years later, led me to CyberLink Power Director, or CyberLink Strength Overseer, and the one I got was offshooted, was broken, and the only thing that worked was actually filming. You couldn't shift anything, you couldn't do shit with it. Everything else was broken, all the settings didn't work. So don't you dare tell me how it was a good friend when I went through free tools out there that weren't really that good. Now I know someone out there's going to say, oh, they're freewared, and freeware stuff never works good as the buy stuff. Hey, I bet you the buy stuff works as, guess what? The buy stuff is the same fucking thing. The only unlikeness is you bought it, it comes with a book, and some backing of it if it fucks up. But that's it. At the end of the day, it's probably going to run and work the same way. Alright? So, beyond we work with 3 of them. And I know someone out there is going to bring up the YouTube one. Yeah, YouTube has one, and they've offshooted theirs for years. But the YouTube one is broken too. Doesn't cut nothing out at all. Doesn't make nothing brighter. Alright. And I know there's going to be someone saying, oh, what about Mackie Cam? What about the Sony Vegas one? Or what about the Apple ones? They're probably all junk. Oh, they're probably all clutter too, you know. They have their strengths and weaknesses. Cutting things out probably is going to be the weakness to the Mackie Cam. The weakness to the Sony Vegas film shifter. The weakness to the Apple iFilm. You know. So I don't need to have any of those other ones to know that they would be friend that has a weakness. So for everyone out there, you haters over the years used to say, oh, film shifting is your friend. Well, guess what? I had 3 friends, and they weren't really that good when it came to helping me with my films. So, and that's why I don't do it. Another grounds to why I don't do anything when it comes to film shifting is that 2, they're too hard to work. They're too hard to work for me. And I know that would make all the haters mad out there, but it is true. They're too hard to work. So, there you go. And also, it's unlifelike to be shifting things out of your films and putting things into your films. If you can't do that in true life, well, you can't do it in your film. So that makes it unlifelike when you're doing something like that. And I know that might not, and I know there's someone out there might not like that work. Oh well. It is what it is. So at the end of the day, that's why I don't work with any of those tools. And they're all pretty much, they're all the same way. Broken, don't work very well, and they got their strengths and weaknesses. And if someone wants to come on and tell me I'm wrong about any one of those things, well, they got the right to their thought and belief. You know, showing me that you can work those tools does not show that I'm wrong. It just shows that you somehow, out of luck, skilled any of those tools. I'm Sail Pluto Tessa. Hope you like this film.